Now, party people, I'm gonna do a recap here. If you front ran the chart, who was giving us a high today and this tomorrow and Friday, you did really great, and congrats if you played puts. That would have been an excellent spot to short yesterday. You know, looking back here when the 1 hour 9 crossed the 21, and I would suggest you keep an eye on those always. Obviously, you know, that's what it's all about, really. What's this? All right, so we lost the fuckery line. We're still holding the 21. This is the uptrend line that goes back to here, to that June sell-off low. Every time we've touched the 21, you know, as of this rally starting, you know, with the exception of here in May, we have bounced back. Now, obviously, we're at 450, and when we arrived at 450 over here, we were all partying because we just caught a crazy week of a move right there. And now we're at 450, and everybody's like, oh, the world's ending. And that's how it works, you know, if you get caught on the wrong side, which is a part of trading. It's how you come back from it. So there's two scenarios here. Apple either saves us, and on Friday we go back up, and I would think we maybe take the 9, and if we do that, we go up to here to this line again. But, you know, all earnings have been pretty terrible. Let's not beat around the bush here, except for a few. So the likelihood of this gap filling, or at least touching it, is high. And as of right now, this green line here at 444, you know, 445, is my low for July. But if we come down here, I don't see why we wouldn't, you know, fill this. It's just, you know, $1 down, so it could be a, you know, gap fill and go. And if you're looking to play long here, you got to patiently sit and wait for this, in my opinion. And what the chart shows us is we go down, we bump, probably up here, then go down again, and then we start a pretty aggressive chug that, according to the chart, surpasses this level. So I'd be looking for, you know, that 460 tap or 462. It's probably going to be up here, actually, at the end of August. Maybe 462 around, you know, the third week of August. So at this point, you've seen this market is very choppy. The fear is really high right now. So the Fed will have to start buying debt. Why is that? Because this 10-year yield has already surpassed that high and that high. And both of those, as you can see, were sharply smacked down. So they tried that today, but it's back up. If this surpasses yesterday's high here, and keeps going and surpasses this and this, it's really bad, and we could have you know, I'm not gonna say crash, but I'm just throwing it out there. We could have a really sizable pullback. Now, obviously, you know, if you're in equities and stock, you're not worried one bit, because you probably hammed it all up here in April, and you're sitting pretty. If we zoom out a little bit, you can see that we made the cup. This is clearly the pullback, probably down to here, and then I got that trend line going up there. That could be the handle. Then I do, again, I have this bigger pullback. I don't see us trading under 412 this year, but again, this gap could fill. But then I see a pretty sizable rally from November into end of year, and I think we'll go to all-time highs there. Great. Okay, so I'm really I've been on my end. I knew this week would be like this, and I've been watching these setups and everything as far has beat on that Google setup. And today the only one that actually did it was you. It didn't beat, but it went up. I'll be watching this if the market gets some legs in the morning and has some sort of short relief bounce. I'll be looking to sell everything. And then I'm literally gonna do nothing until I know what Apple does, because Apple doesn't miss all that good stuff. If it does, this market will sell for days. It will absolutely crater, and it will crater hard. Now Apple again on that 21. If Apple misses, we got a long way down. Okay, and it's at the point where if it does this, that the PPT will have to come in. The reason being where the 10-year is. So I'm gonna patiently wait and do that, because I feel I already missed the big short on QQQ and SPY, which I did, and I was kind of trying to salvage that move today with these earnings. Hood not gonna be a big miss over here. I'm still in a bunch of calls from way back when we started playing it for earnings, so it's fine. I would like to see a pre-market popped it. This looked great on the dark pool. Man, like, what are you doing fucking with Etsy, bro? And Qualcomm, oh my god, puts would have paid that. I mean, look, AMD and Nvidia, all the chips have done great. These guys, they had the worst guide you could put out there. It was not good. So I'm gonna take the slap on that. I was light on everything. I mean, nothing I'll lose sleep over, but it still pisses me off, because that tells me that, okay, the algos just want to sell this market right now. There's none of that, upside pop, let's go Nvidia bullshit that they were, clearly, what's the word, programming us with, for lack of a better word. But let's see. I'm in 45s on this. It can easily go in the money pre-market. It could even, if the market really wants it, it could even pop higher. We'll see. It's had a history of really going the next day. Obviously, market conditions work into that. It didn't do this though, which is great. So I'm more looking at it doing one of these moves. And if it does, that'll salvage Qualcomm and Etsy a little bit. But then again, on to the next. So that's the setup. Carvana clearly wants something. UPST clearly wants higher. Will it do it? I mean, the MACD and the TTM and the STO and the divs here are set up for it. We got Coinbase tomorrow, I believe. So we'll see. Let me pull that over there. All right. So, yeah, we got Coinbase tomorrow. These are going to be huge. I mean, we've seen the Airbnb insider selling. Do I want to take another earnings lottery after today? No, I don't. I've had so much weird and crazy shit happen in my life the last week that I'm like, okay, enough fun, if you know what I mean. But it happens. All right, so we're here. I can see this does not look good at all. This looks like this one's lower. So the only thing that can stop it for a little bit or salvage it is Apple, and that's it. All right, Dixie, at the trend line, clearly looking to do some type of inverted head and shoulders. The Fed needs to kill the dollar. They can't, at this point in the game, with all these rate hikes, if you compare back to where we were a year ago, we were way higher, but the environment wasn't as red hot. So if this is going to let loose again, it's gonna be just bad. It's gonna be really bad. Tick closed green, yeehaw. It's all about this here. It's all about this. Keep your eyes peeled on this. The market will require it to be under these levels. Very, very simple. Okay. Keep an eye on HSI. Obviously, Mega Puke last night has a giant gap over here where the MA is crossed. I would not be surprised at all if it finds itself down here soon enough and the Baba crowd got kind of bagged again. XAX up there last few hours, which is interesting, means money is flowing into small caps quite extensively too. Let me pull it up for you here. Hold on, give me a sec. Where are you? There you are. Jeez, man. Where are... Sorry that this is taking some time. Here we go. All right, while we look at this here. Sorry that I didn't have that pulled up. So yeah, I want to kind of show you what I was looking at. So this had a lot of dark pool, and it's gotten dark pool after hours too. And the flow was like that. Same, you had dark pool, flow was down. Shop didn't have a lot of dark pool. PayPal looked like that. So that's why I didn't take those. I felt that this, for instance, this is what I was looking at. Major dark pool buying, just like Google, with the flow going down. Same setup. Qualcomm, and I mean, they might be buying these dark pools here because they know that end of year it'll go up. But that's why I chose those, because they were exactly like Google, and I took them light. And obviously I never want anyone to lose anything, but that's what happened. Not the best decision ever, but what you gonna do? All right, so this is the flow for the indices. We got some QQQ coming in, we got SPY coming in, IWM going down, and a lot of flow into the Dow Jones. And if we look at the dark pool, I mean, you tell me, what is that? They were buying tech today, so that looks like a bounce, right? However, they were just selling SPY today. So this is on the cost of SPY, they were propping up tech, okay? And they were buying small caps. Now, if you go to the 15-minute, you'll understand what's going on here. So, even though the Dow Jones looked like they were buying it today, they were absolutely dumping it. They've been dumping SPY even before that Bank of Japan news. They've not started buying it. They are, however, buying tech again. They've clearly trying to buy this tech and IWM. So rotation out of these two into these two, kind of to keep the market here where it's at. And that's where we are currently. And tomorrow, let's see. All right, so they lowered their rate even more than forecasted. Brazil did. So they were at 13.75. Consensus was 13.5. They slammed it in at 13.25. What did US 500 think of that? They didn't think a lot about that. All right. Okay, we got Japan bond investments coming out next. That should do something to the market. That's whatever. We'll see if that has any, if that can prop them up or not. I mean, this is not, none of this is going to be good at all. And then we have jobs. Can jobs save the market? Can PMI save the market? Might get bloody out there. Just saying. We'll see. Aliens, you know. But anyways, thank you guys. I know it's been a challenging week and a half. But I do know that we know what the market is going to do. We got this. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, if you're not, look, I knew we were going to sell, but I still wasn't really 100% sure about it. So indecision is never good when you're trading. Makes you buy Etsy. So, you know, it's not my first rodeo, and I'm gonna be catching plenty of moves in the next few weeks. So in the meantime, I'm dealing with my personal stuff, and I'm going to through these videos and real-time chat guide you as best as possible. Don't get bagged. Play light right now. Look, VIX is up here. VIX will fill this gap. When it does, it's party time to the upside. Right now, if we get a relief bounce, if it can't get over the 9, short it. If we lose the 21, short it. It's going to fill the gap. That's what the chart says. That's what my level says. That's what everything says. Then we get a relief bounce. Then we're going to go back and test this. That's how markets work. If it holds, the market's going to want higher. Okay? Because then crisis averted. All right? Love yourself. Love your family. I don't know if anyone in your circle has passed away. I've heard of so many people pass away these last few days, and you know, my mother being sick, and then my mother-in-law's brother freakishly passing away yesterday was really weird, and I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure some of you have a clue. God bless, guys. I love the train. I love you guys, and we'll keep pushing forward.